The Ryker would be like the Mustang of the mix, and you've got the Corvette right here. So we're looking at a Spyder F3.
This is an F3S actually. So there are three models of the F3. This is the what would be a one-seater or two-seater of the Spyder family. So the entry level of the Can-Am on-road Spyder family. This is the F3S. It's a special edition. They usually come in one color every year. This is the Manta Green this year. Over the years we've had different colors. This is the first time they make the Manta Green, which, as you probably would know, has been a popular color with the Skidoo family of snowmobiles. This is personally my favorite vehicle. This is the vehicle that after a long night, being here until 10, 11 o'clock at night, I'll take home to just kind of relax and enjoy. It's an awesome unit. 115 horsepower. It's got the big screen. It's got the sport mode on it, which you'll get to try. I love the wheels on this vehicle. I just love the package, the look of it. The tiny windshield just makes it look really sporty. It is a fun vehicle, and it's got a throaty exhaust at the back. So I really enjoy this one. Of all the Spyders, this is the one that makes me feel the most free, because I will always ride this one alone. I'll never have my wife on it with me.
Nice.
This is my go-to when I want to be alone on my own.
Now, is it a longer wheelbase than the Ryker?
So it'll be a little bit different, because you can tell from the Ryker, like in terms of the dimensions, they're very similar. The wheels of the Ryker are a little smaller, of course, at the back and the front. The tire at the back of a Spyder is far larger as it is versus a Ryker. Over here we got the Ryker Rally, which has the largest wheels in its category. If you take a look at the one beside that, there's a sport model.
Yeah, I see.
One has the smaller tires. But Spyder being a little bit, the dimensions a little bit exaggerated, a little bit bigger. So from a ride comfort point of view, it's a little heavier as well. It'll give you just a different feel. 1330cc versus 900cc on this one. So you achieve much bigger speed and much quicker. But because it is heavier, there's a certain level of comfort for longer rides that will be much more enjoyable. The Ryker Rally and Sport are definitely a lot of fun to zip around town. The Rally, a little bit in gravel, and to give a little bit of fishtail effect. You did it. I know you did it.
Oh yeah.
So that it's just a lot of fun to ride that way. You also sit much lower on the Ryker than you would on a Spyder. The other thing is the pegs are fixed on a Spyder F3, F3S or limited edition, so we can actually adjust them up and down depending on how tall you are.
But it's not on the fly. It's
not on the fly. Where the Ryker is, you can adjust it as you need to go. This one is a little bit more. We will customize it to you, and hoping that whoever's going to ride it other than you will be about the same height.
Yeah, I gotcha. You don't want to lend it out to friends, right? When you have a Spyder.
Yeah, when you have a Spyder, it's a special product. We've sold a lot of these this year. It's in high demand. It's just a great way into the sport for people that want to have a vehicle that really stands out. It's an awesome package, and over the years they've evolved it from the RS to this version, which arguably I think right now looks the best for sure.
Nice. Yeah. I noticed I'm familiar with the gauge from the snowmobile.
Yeah.
It's got the premium gauge. This, you know, the Ryker was a very scaled down, bare bones approach. It did have cruise control. There's a few things I didn't talk about the Ryker last week, but yeah, that's totally, I'm at home on this one just because of that gauge.
Yeah, you'd be, you know, this would definitely be a gauge that you'd be familiar with, the dual gauge from your experience on a Ski-Doo that you bought.
Look at this dash.
This is very, very familiar that way. So it does not ride like a Ski-Doo, of course, but it's got a lot of very similar features. Some of the buttons are very similar. Still has a cruise control up here. This particular model, the one thing it does not have versus other Spyders, it does not have the audio, for example. It does not have the power windshield.
I got
does
you.
not have the back in. You know, there are some accessories you can add to it in terms of luggage. To have more luggage, you can definitely do that. This particular model can actually, if I just remove your helmet here, we can have the full-on matching green at the back.
Lovely.
Or you can opt for the second seat. We do choose the second seat because we do demo rides every day here at Energy, and you know, should you want to try it with someone behind you, then it's ready for you. But it's a lot of fun. Big tire at the back, so the traction is absolutely awesome in the corner.
It's wicked, and the big sprocket. Like, look at the belt. Wow.
Absolutely. So you'll see it's instant power versus the Ryker. Of course, Ryker is automatic, where this is semi-automatic. You'll be shifting up and down, up this way and down from this from the back button. You can obviously link your phone to the vehicle. If you want to take a call, simply press on this. If it's linked to your audio in your helmet, so just got a lot of features. Obviously, that is absolutely, you know, it makes it just a fun vehicle.
So, oh yeah, up and down. It's written right on it.
Yeah, right
That's
on
great.
it. And it'll show you right here on neutral, of course, but it'll show you 1, 2, 3, and so on and so on. And reverse if you want to reverse.
So it gives you that manual feeling of driving without a clutch.
Point you just know you have to shift because you can hear it.
Yeah.
The engine's ready to go. You know, it's got to shift up. It will tell you to shift up if you pass that RPM. That's a little too much.
Yeah. Right on.
Yeah.
I like it. Why would you buy a Spyder over a Ryker?
Well, for a lot of people, I think the big thing is the money. And there's no doubt Ryker starts at a lower price point. It's a great way into the sport. If you're an urban person, if you want to kind of zip from A to B quickly, Ryker is a great option. It's a great way to start into the sport at a lower price point. Where this, you know, more power from 900cc to 1330cc. Obviously a different price point. You're in the mid-20s on this particular vehicle here. That's before accessories.
Yep.
So it's just a different vehicle altogether. These vehicles don't tend to be, you know, your first purchase. This tends to be your first purchase. We've had a lot of trade-ins today on Rykers where people are graduating to either an F3 or an F3T or F3 Limited. They're not quite ready yet for the bigger boy, the RT Limited. But this is just a great way. Once you're ready, you've navigated around for a couple of years now on your 900 Ace. You're ready for a little bit more power and a little bit more size with a little bit more features, amenities, and comfort feature. This vehicle's got that for you.
Sweet. I can't wait to get it out. This is awesome.
Yeah, let's go for a ride, Gary.
Yeah. See what kind of trouble we can get in today.
Yeah, don't crash.
No, I won't crash it. You know me.
All right, so brake, turn key on, kill switch, down, yeah. And then this is going to show up with usually with a message. Right now you don't have a message because okay, there it is.
There it is. So clear it.
The mode button, and then you can press it.
Sounds really good.
So you're gonna get rid of your brake.
Park and brake. Yep.
And then you're gonna.
You can actually feel it in the pedal come up a bit. Yeah.
Once you press on the gear, you're now in first gear. So a little throttle.
Yeah.
The only thing you have to be careful with Spyders is because people tend to get the fatigue and they're running the brakes. Right, so this gets real hot.
Yeah, I've read that online.
You have to move. You have to be intuitively to move.
Get your foot off the pedal. Yeah, that's right.
What I usually do is I go kind of around, get a feel for the dynamic of the vehicle, and then, as I say, eventually you shift up. If you decelerate or you're braking, if you don't shift down, it'll shift down for you.
Oh, nice.
To those RPMs, it'll shift down for you.
Nice, okay.
See the numbers going down.
Okay, awesome.
All right.
Okay, and then the modes, your modes are there. There we go.
Yeah, I wouldn't start with sport mode. Just
no, there's sport, eco,
yeah,
normal,
regular right now.
Yeah.
If you go to sport, yeah.
Perfect. Okay, cool.
Start learning the unit first.
The throttle is really, this must be throttle by wire, because it is, it seems really sensitive. But I can tell already that it's a way smoother ride. So I don't know where we're going to end up today. It's kind of an overcast day today, so I don't know how far we're going to get. And the brakes are seem to be way better than the Ryker. I can tell already. So we had a little rundown on this thing. Last time I was in, I came back on the Ryker and they said, how'd you like it? And I said, it was awesome. I had so much fun on that thing. And they said, you want to take an F3 out because it's like the XRS of Spyders. And now after having a look, I can see what they mean by it. And the gauge is something that the 2022 well, 2021 they come out with it, but my 2022 Renegade has on it, and I really enjoyed that gauge all winter long last year. Unfortunately, I'm not subscribed to Rever or Genius Maps, which is the map software that they use on the BRP summer on-road, so unless I pay for a subscription, I can't use maps on it. So I'm back to where I was, square one. I should have brought my GPS mount and mounted it there, but a little bit longer wheelbase. I can feel that already. It's a very smooth ride. Yeah, and it downshifts for you. Pretty awesome. But the mirrors aren't in your handlebar. It's not like a temporary add-on. It's they're nicely situated actually. I got very good view. She's got torque. Yeah. I was watching a video where a guy said it feels like the front end's gonna come off the ground, and I see what he means now. Wowzers. You don't feel like you're out in the open air like you do on a Ryker. Even the sight line to the wheel here, the body goes right to it, so it doesn't feel like your wheels are sitting out like skis per se. This will be interesting. You adjust those mirrors. So we're doing 60 kilometers an hour in third gear, and she's got lots of torque. Now, I will clarify something in my last video. I said there was no front brakes, and if you watch to the end, I clarify it is no front brake lever. There's front brakes, there's disc brakes, and they stop on a dime and give you 9 cents change, and these are even better. I mean, I assume it's got the Brembo system on this as well, but the braking on this one is really good. Yeah, and she downshifts nice too. Yeah, the braking system is really good. I was referring to the fact there was no brake lever for the front brakes. The one pedal does it all on this one, and the Ryker. But the throttle, this must be like what they have on the 4-stroke snowmobiles, where there isn't a lot of throttle feel to it. I am used to it, but you really notice, like, you can, if I can get it into neutral, you can twist that with your hand. You know, it's like very light touch to get that throttle to go. Of course, we're into Toronto traffic. I do like the manual shift. It's pretty awesome. I wanted to go all the way to Guelph line, but look at this. I'm not going to sit in that all night. Yeah. We'll make our own fun here. It's a lot throatier than the Ryker. Now, I heard the Ryker exhaust actually will come to life after a few heat cycles. This thing sounds like it rides. It sounds like a beast. Now, I get why people fall in love with this model, because it is so smooth. And there's this. Man, it's a rocket. But I mean, see, it downshifted all on its own. If you forget, it's I mean, you can drive it as gentle as you want, or get as crazy as you want too. It's one of those monsters. I do notice there's a lot less wind at you on this one, which is kind of comforting, and the fact it's wider in here, it doesn't, I don't know, it doesn't feel like you're so hung out in the open kind of thing, right? I did a little bit of homework on this F3 before I arrived, and you know, there isn't much that you can't find on other videos. The nanny is something they talk about, which is a safety feature that if you corner too fast and it's gonna high side on you, then the nanny kicks in and sets your stability and traction and takes the throttle off, and won't let you tip. You know, you might get the wheel up a few inches off the ground, but it's not going to go over. So I mean, for a beginner rider or someone just experiencing a Spyder for the first time, that's kind of a nice safety feature. I like how it downshifts on its own. That's kind of nice. But yeah, the fuel is here. It's kind of performance looking. It looks like off of a race car. We got big storage up front. Nice comfy seat. All the controls, if you have helmet audio, is right there at your fingertips. This one is got all the bells and whistles. You know, with the price of fuel nowadays, these Spyders and Rykers make a lot of sense. You know, I mean, you could ride this full season, right from the start of snow off the roads, even with snow on the roads, I'm sure. I didn't tell you to do that though. But right through till December if you have the proper gear. I mean, if you're a snowmobiler, you would plug your oxygen helmet in and away you go. Yeah, this is cruise control, which the Ryker had. It was sitting right here. You'll see it in the video. You know, I didn't really talk about that, but this has a much more intuitive control block, and I mean, it is a higher price point, but you can see you get what you pay for. This isn't even sport mode. I should point that out. This is just standard mode. Oops, didn't mean to toot my horn at that guy. Holy. Oh, having some technical difficulties today, so hopefully we're getting some good footage. Ran into our friend Corey Brock. Totally happenstance. He was working at a house down a road that I got sidetracked on, and I was like, that's Corey's truck there, and sure enough it was. I made a little makeshift phone holder to get myself home, so hope you like it. But this has been a riot. This thing rips. The park and brake off. It's been a real riot. This thing scoots. I've done that a lot. I've hit the horn thinking it was the shifter. We'll try not to do that again. I think the handlebars are wider on this as well. There's something that feels like you have more leverage or something over the Ryker. Geez, this is, if I had to choose, man, I don't know, it'd be tough. I think the Rally's a much better bike for those short rips and fun little toots around the cottage and that kind of thing. I think it would be a blast. And this is more of a long distance cruiser, I'd say, you know. And again, I did say last time no front brake, meaning no front brake lever, but I'm telling you, that big pedal here, Brembo brakes on this thing as well, it stops on a dime and it'll spit you 9 cents out for change. You know, you can feel the sportiness of it. I love the gauge. I mean, I love it on the snowmobile, and this is just makes me feel so at home right now. I mean, if I owned it, I'd subscribe to Rever or the Genius Maps, and I'd have this map showing up on my dash, like you see in my winter rides. And I'm sure BRP is working on a Go on-road app as well, because this gauge will be integrated into the F3 as well as the Sea to Sky model as well. But yeah, what else can I say? There's your trunk lock. You turn it to there and push down on the key and the trunk will open up for you, which is nice. You can leave stuff in it, and like I said, it's big enough for a helmet, like tons of room in it. You know how much I love the trunk on the Ryker, and this even has mud guards there to keep your clothes clean. I mean, you could dress in a 3-piece suit and ride this thing and not get dirty on it, I'm sure. It's pretty great. Passenger, big wide chunky passenger foot pegs, but the sound is good. I mean, I did see a video come up in one of my ads on a video I was watching, and the lady was laying a big burnout on this thing. It's pretty cool. So smooth. Like, I can feel a difference in the wheelbase on this thing because it's so stable. One-handed, zipping along, and it's right there, right there. Pretty crazy. As my helmet floats off my head. You can't imagine, like, the last video I was saying how much pull it had, and the video looks like I'm sitting still, and this is probably no different. She, when you give her some throttle, she rips. There's no hesitation there. The Ryker would be like the Mustang of the mix, and you've got the Corvette right here. It's refined. It has all the creature comforts. You know what? It's pretty intuitive with the paddle shifting. I don't know whether it's maybe because you know, my mountain bike and stuff is like that with the plus and minus, but it's my mind's not even thinking about it shifting up and down through the gears, and I think it does add a little bit of fun factor, and maybe doesn't make that throttle as bad as what it may be on a, say, a rally where that's all you've got is the twist to go. Ryker. So to engage reverse, you put it in neutral, then you hold down the reverse button and you click back again, and she goes in reverse. I guess we're gonna put her up front here. That was different. Trunk, you actually turn the key over, push it in. There it goes. Just like that. But yeah, look at the room in there. Pretty cool.